Hello, beautiful Filipinas. In this video, I'm going to explore what is intelligence and how to use the answer to transform your life. So some people would say that intelligence is, have you gone to university? Do you have a master's degree or a bachelor's degree? Do you have a PhD? And if you do, you're intelligent, and if you don't, you're not intelligent. In fact, if you haven't finished high school or gone to school, you have no intelligence. However, the goal of every human being in the history of humanity has been to feel better, to create a life, a world that they want more, to be happier. This is the goal of every human being. And statistically speaking, if you have 100 people who are PhDs, and you have 100 people who are farmers who have not gone to college, the farmers will be happier than the PhDs. In fact, if you have multiple master's degree, gone to postgraduate school and all of that, you are more likely to be depressed than someone who hasn't finished high school. Now, if the goal is to be happy, and someone with enormous amounts of degrees and maybe enormous amounts of money is more likely to be depressed, then the answer is wrong. Right? You cannot measure somebody's intelligence by how many degrees they have. You have to measure someone's intelligence by how happy they are, by how happy they make other people, and by how much struggling they do or do not have to achieve that happiness. So, for example, somebody who is very happy, who makes themselves very happy every day, who makes lots of other people very happy, and who doesn't struggle, doesn't suffer a lot to do it, who doesn't spend a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of natural resources to make a lot of people happy, that they're the most intelligent people around. So the equation for intelligence is intelligence equals the efficiency with which energy, time, money, natural resources, is transformed into sustainable well-being. Right? So if you turn a lot of time, money, and natural resources into a little bit of well-being that then makes a lot of suffering for a lot of people, you have no intelligence. You're very stupid. But if you take a little bit of money, a little bit of time, a little bit of natural resources, and you create a lot of happiness for yourself and other people, then you are very intelligent. So what does this mean in practical terms? What's the exercise? And there's going to be a prize. What's the exercise that you can do with your life, understanding that intelligence is the efficiency with which you turn energy into long-term happiness for you and other people? Well, let me give you an example. I purchased my dog for 15,000 pesos in Thailand. So that's 300 US dollars, 15,000 pesos. That's a one-time cost. My dog does not damage the environment, right? He just eats a little bit of dog food, runs around and plays. He doesn't damage the environment. My dog doesn't cost a lot of money every day, right? Maybe, I don't know, 50 pesos a day, right? Could be free, but in my case, 50 pesos a day, $1. And my dog increases my happiness 25%. So for $1, my happiness is 25% higher. There's no damage to the environment, and he doesn't take up a lot of time, maybe 5 minutes a day. So for 5 minutes a day, extra. And what I mean by that is at night he sleeps with me and I feel better. I sleep better. In the morning I wake up with him and I'm happier to see him curled up against me. When he follows me around the house, I'm happier. When he sits in my lap and I'm writing a book, I'm happier. And so there's a lot of increased happiness, but it doesn't take extra time. It takes just as much time to sleep alone as to sleep with my dog. It takes just as much time as to walk around the house alone as to walk around with my dog. And it takes just as much time to drive somewhere alone or have my dog sitting in the car. Right? And when I go shopping for food and I carry him in my arm, I still have to go shopping for food, but it's more fun carrying him in my arm. So my happiness is 25% increase. Maybe I spend 5 or 10 minutes a day. Now, that's a tremendously intelligent thing to do, to have a dog, to spend time with the dog, because it makes me so happy and it's so easy to do. There's no damage to anyone. Now, it gets even better. My dog makes more people happy than I do, right? So I spend millions of pesos every year living my life, and maybe I make 20 people happy a year. But my dog makes hundreds of people happy a year. Everywhere I go with my dog, people are smiling, people are laughing, people want to play with my dog, right? So my dog is more successful at making people happy than I am, right? So, but my life costs millions of pesos a year, and his life costs 50 pesos a day, right? So he makes more people happy but costs less money. He makes more people happy but takes less time. And he makes more people happy but he doesn't consume as much resources. Like this is a plastic jacket. It's made of microfiber created from oil, right? This is a video screen using electricity and coal, right? My dog doesn't wear clothes. But you would be happier playing with my dog than watching this video, right? So my dog is the best thing that I do. It's the most intelligent thing that I do, is have a dog and play with him and let other people be happy around my dog. So that's a very intelligent part of my day. Now, another intelligent aspect of my day, it's not as intelligent, is these videos, right? They're free to put up on YouTube. They're easy to make. And perhaps your life will get 5 or 10 times happier over time learning from these videos. So that's fun to do, right? The environmental cost is minimal. You don't have to spend any money. And your life gets better. So it's also a high intelligent activity. Now, TikTok, right? Scrolling through TikTok also brings dopamine. It brings adrenaline, maybe a laugh, right? So you feel a little better when you're scrolling through TikTok if you don't do it too much. But it's not long-term. You don't change anyone's life with that. The environmental impact is minimal, but it takes a lot of time. You know, people can just, for hours and hours, you know, it takes a lot of time, and it doesn't bring your life forward in the future the way studying a good book or a good podcast on success will, right? So it's less intelligent than studying a podcast on success. Now, buying a very expensive car that uses a lot of money, then you worry about it. Maybe thieves are going to steal the car. Buying a very expensive car, worrying about it, buying the insurance, putting gasoline into the atmosphere, right? Stressing, don't touch my car, right? Maybe getting irritable with people. And then having to do maintenance, etc. It costs a lot of money, costs a lot of time. Maybe it makes you depressed that, somebody damaged your car. So maybe a dog is more intelligent than buying a really nice car. Maybe buying a simple car, right, is good because it helps you move around, or taking the bus, but a dog would be more intelligent than buying an expensive, nice car. Planting a tree could make you happy to help the environment. And for the next 100 years, that tree will be creating oxygen, sequestering carbon, right, to offset your carbon footprint. And you can think about the future generations having cleaner air, less asthma, right? That can also be a source of long-term happiness. Eating good food so that you have long-term health. Growing good organic food, eating good organic food. So that's going to be high intelligence. Now, having a fight with someone would be low intelligent. Let's say you have someone, every time you talk to them, you fight. So you feel bad, they feel bad. Nothing gets learned, nothing gets changed. So that's not an intelligent relationship. You want to say goodbye to that person. If you cannot learn and they cannot learn, you want to say goodbye to that person. And you want to create new possibilities, right? So, right, you want to create relationships with people that bring you up. So if you will go through your week and think, what did I do? Where did I spend my money? Where did I spend my time? Right? What natural resources did I consume? How much plastic, how much gasoline, etc. Then how could I reduce the energy but increase the happiness? How could I make more people happy, starting with myself, with the same amount of time, money, and natural resources? As you figure that out, as you keep making changes to your life, you become more and more intelligent. Now, I invite you to do this exercise and go to the form below this video, fill it out and share it with me. What did you learn? What's one thing that you changed that caused suffering to something that caused more sustainable well-being, more happiness? Blessings on your journey, and thank you for watching.